Hello and welcome to the Evercade Retreat. Gene Joke here, and today I'm adding Shock Troopers from the Neo Geo Arcade Collection 1. I'll get my words out correctly eventually. Anyway, Shock Troopers, it's a top-down run and gun a la Mercs. Well, it's kind of Mercs infused with a bit of Metal Slug. Like Metal Slug, you automatically do melee attacks when enemies get close, and like the Metal Slug sequels, you have multiple characters to choose from. Now, I don't know which came first on that front. Actually, I don't know what came up first. I could look it up, but yeah, I'll go do that. Okay, so Metal Slug did come first, but I'm guessing this might have come out before the sequels. Again, I could look that up, but that's a bit too far. It's not the point of my review, it's just something I observed. But the two series do definitely share some DNA. Shock Troopers also has a dodge roll, which allows you to get out of a jam if you remember to use it, which I didn't often. One comment that often comes up with games like this is, I wish it was a twin stick shooter. But I think the controls work absolutely fine here once you get used to them. Tap the button to just keep shooting in multiple directions, hold it to lock into one direction. Very straightforward and it works just fine. The game is chaotic madness, but it's flying everywhere, enemies coming en masse. What's not to like? It's like the Rambo Saturday morning cartoon turned into a video game and the action turned up to 11. There's a number of characters to choose from as well as two different modes, Lonely Wolf to go in alone, or to have your squad and be able to switch between them on the fly. Each of the characters has some slight differences, a different secondary weapon or rocket, grenade, whatever you want to call it, and slight differences with their movement speed and the like. When you start the game, you get to choose a route between jungle, mountain and valley, which effectively gives you a different set of levels in which to progress through to get to the final boss. And as you'd expect, there are other bosses to fight along the way. The levels aren't purely top-down multi-directional run and gun either. There's a little bit of variety thrown in here and there, what sort of Contra style I suppose. On the visual fronts, the graphical style is very Saturday morning cartoon, anime sort of thing, with macho heroes, funky slightly stylized tanks, big explosions and everything you want from a high-octane arcade romp like this. Really absolutely nothing to complain about on the graphics front themselves. There's some nice graphical touches here and there as well. The only gripe I could point to is some of the slowdown, which does become very noticeable at certain points in the game. I'm assuming this is arcade accurate, although please drop in the comments and tell me if this isn't the case, because this is a game that I don't really have any prior experience of aside from playing it through MAME once or twice, and again that's been very brief, and I think I encountered slowdown on that, but I'm not entirely sure. There's some solid presentation, some nice cutscenes telling the story such as it is. I mean, a game like this doesn't require a deep story. You get the typical nonsense story you'd expect with something like this, and it tells it well. The sound effects are exactly what you'd expect, meaty, loud and satisfying. The music is the sort of hard rock that you'd expect from a game like this, well, mostly. It does have a very 90s feel to it, some of the production and I suppose just the style of the music, it's pure 90s. While I doubt it'll ever become one of my favourite soundtracks ever, it certainly suits the action, complementing the high octane action very well. How many times did I say action there? Never mind, whatever. All in all, it's a very solid game that's got a bit more to it than you might expect from an arcade, high-octane action, shoot-em-up, blah 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 thingy what's it, hooja flip. The multiple characters and different routes you can take through it certainly adds a decent amount of replay value, which would be useless if the game wasn't fun, but hey, it is fun. I mean, depending on your mileage when it comes to mindless action shootery type things. So yeah, it's solid, it's a really good game. Now when I played this for my first reaction video, sort of trying out all the games, I wasn't overly impressed. It really reminded me of Metal Dragon, which obviously this would have inspired Metal Dragon, not the other way around, and this really shows what a poor imitation that game is. But that did leave a bit of a bad taste in my mouth and made me take longer to get round to giving this a proper go, which was a mistake. This is great. Anyway, I suppose I better add it to my overall ranking list. So I'm going to place it above Zero Wing, but below Speedball 2. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.